Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here, and today I have a back to school layout for you for the Allison Pennington creative team. I'm working with a new collection from her called Elementary, and this is my layout. I have a little second grader photographed here on this layout. And before I jump into the process video itself, I wanted to share with you how I created these branches. And so these are not part of the elementary kit. I created those myself very quickly. It's very easy, and I'm using Photoshop CC. I'm on a PC. And so I wanted to show that to you this morning because it's pretty easy to draw a simple shape like this, just when you know a really simple way to get started. And so what I'm going to do first off is hide all of the other layers so that you just see the base image that I drew. And so that's what it looks like. What I've done is clipped one of the pattern papers to the shape so that it looks like a tree branch. It's a brown pattern paper, and so it gives it more of that look of actually being wood, just using the pattern paper. You could also cut it from craft paper if you wanted to, if you're using a kit that doesn't have a sort of brownish textured paper. So the first thing I'm going to do when I'm starting to draw a freehand kind of shape like this is I'm going to start a new layer right here at the plus sign, and then I'm going to go to the rectangle tool and let's fill it. I've filled it here with light gray, and so that's fine. And then just draw a rectangle, kind of sort of the shape of what you're going for. And I didn't know when I drew this, I didn't know, like, was the branch going to go all the way across the layout? And so went ahead and covered myself and made it a bit longer than what I wanted. And so once you've drawn your rectangle, you're going to go into the pen tool. And actually, the pen tool, when you left click and you hold it down, it brings up a bunch of other tools underneath it. And select the curvature pen tool. And what you can do after that is you can click anywhere on the outside of your rectangle here, and it will allow you to draw curves. And so you guessed it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this rectangle into the shape of a tree branch. Now, you can do what I did, and that is Google an image of a tree branch if you kind of forgotten or find it a little hard to visualize just from scratch. Most people do. Don't feel bad about that. And just go in and start filling in little areas to make it look like tree branches here. I'm going to add a little secondary branch here. It kind of looks like a hand right there. And you can just totally manipulate this. Of course, it's gonna, sometimes the curvature pen tool can be a little bit tricky to get used to because it may do something that you don't expect. And if it does that, just click back on the line again and make the adjustments that you want. And I'm not going to draw the whole branch here. You can certainly take inspiration from my little branch if you want to and create your own. No problem. If you want it to be straighter, just kind of double click on it, or you can go back into your pen tool and select just the regular pen tool. And you can also use the freeform pen tool as well. I encourage you just to play around with this setting. It may be addictive for you because it's actually kind of fun to have this little freedom to say, there's an embellishment here that I want that I think I could do, and to just make it here, to just make it in Photoshop and then import this into Silhouette, just like you would any other embellishment, and print it. And then voila, you've got your own tree branch. So that's how I drew the tree branch. And then of course, clip your pattern paper to it. And then that made it disappear. And then we'll continue here with the process in just a moment. All right. So that was pretty fun, wasn't it? I am looking forward to doing that again in the future. And so here I have the elements printed out for this layout. This is the background. You saw the photo that I printed with the frame around it from the collection. This is 2 pattern papers layered on top of each other, and then these lovely little happy splashes of color are a mixed media element in the elementary kit. Here's my plate of die cut embellishments, and it includes the tree branches, so you'll get to see those cut out as well. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just jumping right into the process. There's the tree branch, and the branches themselves are an element of the collection. So I printed and cut a bunch of those, and notice how I've designed the background so that the splotches of color kind of go behind where I want the flowers to go. And the owls, of course, they're going to live on these tree branches. I created the home base here going down the center of the layout, and then the photo itself and the title and the journal card, they're all going to live at the lower left-hand corner. And so this creates a fun little accent to the photo and the stories of this layout. So what you see now is I'm going ahead and attaching those leaves to the branch, and I'm going to bend up these leaves a little bit, capitalizing on dimension here, adding a little bit of depth, and of course creating the home base for the florals and literally a home base for the owls. And so the story here is of River going back to 2nd grade. This seems like many moons ago. They are now in college. They're a freshman in college. And this seems like a while back. But I love back to school layouts because they allow you to revisit. And I am trying to do back to school layouts for all 4 of our kids. And that's, you can see those in the Kids Album Project playlist here on my YouTube, because when you have 4 kids, you have quite a few back to school layouts to do. I won't lie. So here's the second tree branch. They are kind of facing each other, and so what I did, once I drew the first branch, I just mirrored it in the Photoshop software to get the opposite embellishment there. And these, I can't express how cute this is and how happy this layout makes me. I love that I did a green, the mint green background there. So you do get this feeling that this is a forest here, a plaid forest. And then these are the two branches that your eye focuses on as you're walking through this forest. And it sort of echoes the green of the photo itself, which I love, all of the grass and the trees surrounding river in the photo. So I've got a little frame here. This is one of the embellishments from the collection, and I just went ahead and added it to the photo before printing it to print those two elements together. Easy peasy, saves you a little bit on ink and cutting. And then the journal spot here is one of the embellishments from the collection. The first day title here is also one of the embellishments. And so I love the hello, my name is tag, perfect for the first day and meeting your new teachers and friends and all of that good stuff that comes with back to school. So what I did here, I forgot that I wanted the title on top of the journal spot. So I'm fixing that a little bit. And then the embellishments around the title here, the little scissors and the apple. Notice how this is the opportunity for bringing in the colors from this collection. Since the background itself is very green, the leaves and the branches from the tree are very green, the trees are green. Here's the opportunity to make this color palette pop. I love Allison's collections for her use of color. Her use of color most aligns with my personal color taste, I think, from any other designer in the industry. Don't tell other designers that I said that. Gosh, I'm not supposed to say things like that. But I do always enjoy her color palettes. And so this is how, when you find your layouts to be heavy on one color, then make it pop with the embellishments that you use. And that's exactly what I'm doing here. All of the flowers, or most of the flowers, are a different color from the collection. And the flowers that are green are the lighter mint layered on top of those leaves. And so it helps them pop. And what you see me doing here is just adding those kind of at random spots on the tree branches. There is a little extra cluster next to each owl of florals so that they kind of live amongst the flowers there. And then some smaller clusters scattered around these branches. And that was just really fun. Everything about this layout was so much fun to create. You'll notice also the embellishment cluster on the left-hand side of the title, which is the little clock there, and a couple of other flowers as well. Keeping it pretty simple. It's actually a really simple layout, but very heavily embellished. But also, you get a good feel here for what's going on. Very definitive page design, with the line that's created kind of almost down the center, and then everything's sort of bouncing off of that center line. Good page design here. Just an overall really fun layout. I could not wait to share that with you. I'm so excited that you get to see it today. And then, for the love of pizza, that title just has given me so much problems today. I decided to go ahead and pop it up with Pop Dot. So I just pulled it up off the page again. Y'all see me doing that a lot, and I hope that makes you feel better. If you pull things up a lot, it's fine to do that. You can always reprint it if it rips or whatever, and that's the beauty of hybrid scrapbooking. And then the reason that I went ahead and popped those up was just so that I could tuck one of those crayons underneath it. Just another little element pointing directly here at this gorgeous second grader off to their first day. And that spells success, you guys. Thank you again for joining me today. I will have a link to the elementary kit down below for you. And as always, I'll see you back here again real soon. Bye-bye.